Another late night one. It's almost 1 a.m. Some pretty good lighting right here. Got these little Malibu things that are shining light through the window, making me lit up pretty well. We're on the crossroads of Hobson and Main, downtown Mesa. Right across the street from the Mormon temple. I don't know if we'll be able to walk up to it, but we can at least walk around the area. It's kind of a cool building. I don't really practice that religion, so I don't really know much else too much about it. But they do host a Easter pageant every year, right around April, I think, March, May. I can't remember what time it is, but the Easter pageant is like a telling of Jesus's timeline of his life. So it kind of goes through like the full his lifetime and resurrection and stuff like that. So it's religious stuff, but we're gonna walk around the area because it's kind of cool. Not really sure about this area. I've never really walked around here before. I've been to the temple several times for temple lights, because dragged there by people. Usually during the Christmas times, they set up an entire light show for free. The free light show is mostly designed to recruit people, as well as the Easter pageant. Let's go take a walk. I kind of dressed in shorts, and it's a little cold outside right now. Right here, we're next to the train. We're across the road right here. Make sure we're recording. This is Pioneer Park. Pioneer Park looks pretty dark right now, but there is a big giant flagpole and it looks like some sort of statue. Let's walk down the street here, take a look at it. So you can kind of see across the street, maybe they're setting up the stage right here for the Easter pageant. It smells really strange right now. Like really clean soap, kind of. Let's see what this is. Mesa Pioneer Monument. Surprisingly really well lit. Unlike the rest of the park. Kind of regret coming out here without anything. It's really chilly right now. Probably around 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Would be normal for a lot of people, but for me it's a little cold. Many Arizonans acclimated to warmer weather, so even the smallest little bit of cold really gets us. I should have parked over here. Looks like it would have probably been safer. Alright, well, let's walk across the street and see what we can see.
Wait. Wait.
It's really eerie quiet over here. The soap smell's increasing. It's not really soap, it's more like air freshener smell. Gotta be respectful in this area. These are kind of holy grounds, I guess. It's really quiet. Kind of feel like I shouldn't be here. There's a cat. I don't know much about these buildings, but I believe every state has at least one temple. The main temple is in Salt Lake City. That's in Utah. Looks like this is as close as we can get. It's a pretty impressive building. Built in the desert. There's large amounts of flowers, well-kept grounds and grass, palm trees that look good. These flowers look pretty fresh too. The reflection pool here. Only thing I'm hearing off in the distance over there is the highway. Something to note here is everything's really clean. Like there's no dirt or dust or anywhere. Still smells fresh and crisp over here. I don't know if they're like, maybe there's something that they're using in the water that's getting into the air. definitely kind of strange. I wonder if they have a night security guard here. Like, what keeps somebody from just climbing this and going over there? This is kind of a better picture here. Looks like they got fancy curtains on the big windows on the top. This building has been here for many years, so this older neighborhood has kind of strange streets compared to many of the modern streets, in that they're a lot narrower. They used to not have these little pull-outs here to park, so people would have to park on the street too. This street here is abnormally wide. It's probably like 3 times wider than this street is. Moving on. Alright, now I'm starting to see cameras on poles over here. They probably know I'm here. Maybe there were cameras on poles all the way down. Yeah, they probably was. I just didn't notice them. They look like they're part of the lights. Here's the back end. In the parking center. Not sure. I think that probably is the cooling system for the whole building. Not 100% sure. But it's got a pretty big cooling tower there for that little tiny building. Smells kind of not going away. I guess we'll walk around the whole perimeter of it. Not sure what these bushes are, but they smell pretty good. I wonder if these bushes are what the smell is. It smells almost like a mistletoe. That's kind of what the smell is. The smell smells kind of like a mistletoe. on the back end, we see that only one of the windows on the top is open or lit up. These got little orange flowers on it. They use these bushes a lot. That's probably what's causing the smell. Just not used to smelling fresh plants in Arizona. Most of our plants here don't really smell that much. Alright, the last turn around the corner. It's a pretty big parking lot. It's not really that big if you imagine it, this whole building filled with people. Here's some of the older houses around here. They're fairly small and pretty close together. Over here it smells like fresh dirt. You also have kind of the crispy smell as well. I'm not sure, but this might actually be the main street up towards it. Here's the main sign for it. Oh yeah, this is definitely the main entrance. That's weird. I thought the other entrance was the main entrance. It says, "Holiness to the Lord, the house of the Lord." Can't really see the details on it, but at the top up here, there's actually like little pictures that are carved into the rock. Look like people pulling something. Wagon wheels and stuff. Does have an American flag out front, and it's properly lit. Wonder what it's like living in the houses right next to the temple. It'd probably be pretty quiet around here. It's pretty dang quiet right now. A lot different than what I was expecting. Yeah, it has to be these bushes around the outside here. I think that's what's making the smell. It's whatever these are. They give off kind of a mistletoe smell that makes the air smell really crispy and fresh. Alright, well that's our perimeter walk around the building. Everything's fenced up and locked up, and plus it's 1:15 in the morning. So I doubt we'll get any closer to the building at the moment. I don't know if I'll ever do a video in there. Probably not really welcomed. But yeah, it's the Mesa, Arizona temple. I think there's another temple somewhere farther east from here, and it's a lot newer. This building has been here for a long time, maybe since the 1800s, but I'm not sure. Don't really know much about it. But they do have Christmas lights here every year, and the Easter pageant. The Easter pageant's a pretty cool free event. Like, they'll have everyone's kind of laying out in the lawn here to watch it show. Each one of these towers has operators and stuff in it, and people like will swing in and things. So there's a lot of acrobatics. I think this event here is world renowned. They only have it at like a couple weekends though. Then they pack it all up. I bet it does wonders for their recruitment. The temperature seems to have risen. Maybe it's just me moving around enough that I'm warm now. My hands are still pretty cold, but I'm no longer shivering anymore. Could be because we're down in this valley too. Less wind over here. One last kind of turn and look. These lights look kind of cool on the floor here. They don't do much for the way of light of the area though. Like, you can't really even see the walkways. So I guess this is what we're looking at, is the left side of the building. You would think that they would put the front of the building facing the big Greenway Park, but I guess not. Anyway, try to see what's up those stairs here. We have the light rail. I didn't know it runs this late. I thought it stopped at midnight. The good old hobo train. Alright, we're gonna leave the holy grounds here. Respectfully. Been going for 23 minutes. Still smells crispy air.
Wait.
Why is this one a male?
Wait. Wait to cross Main Street at Hobson. Traveling north.
That's cool. I didn't know that. This is the first one that's actually ever done that. Usually it just aggressively yells at you. But it's actually told me where I was at. Sorry, dude. Of course he comes up right as this happens. If I would have just walked it, we wouldn't have had any problems. Not really sure how far we can get into Pioneer Park with the lights off, or if there's anyone sleeping over here. We can walk a little ways, I guess. The freshness smell is gone. Now it just smells like a regular park. This might be a place to try to come back again during the day. Not sure how well this part of the video will turn out. We'll probably call it here and head back towards the car. Without light, it's not very interesting to see. And we just missed our crossing. Well, at least the car is still there, not broken into or anything. I hear a lot of water moving below us here. I don't know why. Where's all this water coming from? I don't know what's going on with that. There's a lot of water moving. But it's like going down the drain. Maybe it's overflow. We did have a little bit of sprinkling earlier, but nothing that should have caused anything to flood. Alright. Well, that's this place. We might have to visit it again during the day to see more. But it was pretty impressive to see the building at night. Get into the car here where it's a little warmer. Alright, well, that's our video for the week. Maybe we'll be back here someday during the daytime. I don't know. Have to kind of carve out time for that. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Leave likes and subscribes. We'll go explore more places in the future and experience some more binaural recordings, sights and sounds with me, your host Dan. Have a good one, and see you guys next week. Not sure where we're going, but we'll find something to record.